Okay, how to make a walkbook. First thing you want to do is go to the correct website. Okay, this is the admin website you want to go on. Make sure you're all set up. And away we go. When you log in, you're going to have this on the side, this different menu. Also, if you ever navigate and you want to go back to this menu, which is called the dashboard, you just press that button there. So here you want to assign work. And you want to assign a walkbook. And you see this allows you to look up walkbooks. Advanced search is the one window, but that's not what you want. You're not looking for the walkbooks. Right now, you're going to make, let me see if I can show you, make a new walkbook. There you go. Click on that. There we go, and now here's the new window that it shows you. And the first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and select the survey that we're using. Next is the jurisdiction, which is find it if I do this through the screen of my phone. And then now here's the big thing is your precinct. Now you want to have precincts already written down for the city that you're in. You want to get a hold of what are the various precincts for the city that you're in, that you're working with. So, and I suggest one precinct at a time. Okay, so I'm looking for 33527. 33527. Click. And this window gets in your way, so sometimes you have to click outside to close that drop-down menu, and then show map. While you're showing the map, this is spinning and showing you that it takes a little bit of time. So again, we are on the 16ADVANTAGE site. We are creating a walkbook, picking script, proper jurisdiction, and you need to know the precincts. You need to find out the precinct numbers. We're working on how to get you that information, but in the various cities, there'll be quite a few precincts. So you want to know the precincts in that particular area. So finally the map starts to show up. Again, the hourglass tells you. And sometimes you just let it sit. And I have pretty fast internet to see so it does take some time. So now the map is here. And you can see it gives you a very, the view, it's pretty far away. So you come over here, so you can zoom in. Get an idea of the area that we're talking about. Okay. And you want to know, where am I going to start to walk at? Where am I going to start? And you want to split them up. It's too much to cover in one. So you want to split them up a little bit. And so here you go. So I'm going to start on this area here. So I'm just going to put the little hand here. And I'm going to click. That's my starting point. Then, if you click too many places on the map, it's going to get what's the word? It's gonna be a mess. So you want to be very careful where you're clicking. If you want to move the map up and down, just go like this. Maybe you want to reset it, bring it a little bit smaller if you want. Okay. But depends how you want it. So you click a place, another place, and you kind of make straight lines to show what you want to do. This is kind of an odd shape, this one. So you can see I'm clicking, trying to stay within the neighborhoods the best I can. If you click and accidentally press a house like that, Just close it out of the way. Go back to making sure that it's just the hand is showing there as you click. You can click out of your range to get a clear shot. Then you go to that back to that flag. Go back up to the flag. And that's going to close that area. Okay, so you've now made one area that you're going to be walking. And go ahead and click the first house that you think you might want to walk on. And then that's going to show you who it is. Set that as your starting point. When you do that, if long as that person is inside of that little perimeter you made, this window will pop up. If it does not pop up, it means that you need to zoom in. You can see that the first house you're picking was not really part of your perimeter. So now this window pops and it wants you to name your walk book. And so I suggest, you really should put the name of the county first, county abbreviation, and the name of the city so the person can find it. And then if you had copy pasted the precinct number, you can pop that precinct identification number there. And then it usually would tell you also the street you're starting with. In this case is Schulte. And that's it for the name. Then next it's going to ask you, was the volunteer groups. So with this, you hit a drop down menu. If you know a few letters of the volunteer's name, you notice I typed it in, but I'm not typing anymore. I have to sit there and let it catch up to me. It is slow. It's a slow, bogged down system. But if you know a little bit of the name of the email address of one of your key volunteers, you can go ahead and do that. So this person is someone who could print it out for other people if they want. So they're one of the master lists. But you can keep typing, add in volunteers here, or you can go into a group. Now later I can show you how to do this if you need to, but you can add a group. So I have added a group. There's already group names in here, like for example, Southern California. You can use that, but then you're gonna have a huge amount of potential people. So I added a group, which is the name of the county of these workers. So I'm adding the canvassers into San Joaquin County, and this way now they all can see it. Okay, so they can all use their phones. Then I'm oh yes, before you do this, get the window out of your way. Get the window out of your way by just clicking somewhere off the drop-down box. You can see it says 2 selected. It's telling you that there are, where the house number, the first one starts. It tells you the number of houses, 122 in that area and then how many voters in that universe, 303. And this allows you to divide the list among volunteers. So I like to click that. Then I'm gonna go ahead and go continue. So we've made our first one. And you can close that box out of your way. But now we're walking to another one. So where's it going to start? We can start over here. And again, you just click on where you think you're going to be walking. And if you hit the house by accident, like I did again, just close it out of your way. And for the final leg, make sure if you're clicking around here, it's not going to work though. You have to hit that flag, and that's how you close it off. Okay, and then if you can't see where the first house is you think you might want to start, you can zoom in a little bit more. Move things around so you can see where it is. Click that first house you think you may want to start at. So it has the starting point. Again, as long as it's inside the perimeter, the universe, it's going to pop up this window. And you want to make sure that you type the county name that you're in, the city that you're doing, and Control V. I saved beforehand the precinct identification number. And then the street it's saying is Albert. Right there it says I'm starting on Albert. And then I'm going back and I'm selecting the name of some of the canvassers. Type a few letters to help find it. It is slow, so you have to be patient for a second. Waiting for it. There we go. And now go back in the backspace to erase that name. Let it repopulate in a second. Scroll down. Throw in the rest of the volunteers. You can do one at a time, or you can go put them into a group. I suggest you put them all into a group. It's way easier. But there's 6,800 volunteers. We're trying to figure out how to get them into a group easier by potentially, zip code. And now you've made the second. Now you can see, am I done yet? Am I done with this area? Oops, go back in. No, there's still some houses down here. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more down here. And I'm going to start maybe over here. Again, if you hit the wrong button, I'm going to close that one out too. Just X them out. And I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go down here. And you can go outside the perimeter. You don't have to be exactly precision. And it won't let you overlap, by the way. It will not let you overlap these perimeters. It tells you a warning, you're overlapping the perimeters. So I zoom a little bit closer so I can get in closer. I think that should be a pretty straight shot, but just in case. And there it is. So the question is where we're going to start. We'll go and start here. These colors, as you know, all mean something. Independent voters, it's a good little area, a lot of independent voters. The blue, hard Democrat. The red, hard Republican. There's my starting point. And as long as it's inside that perimeter, this box will show up. Again, what is the county? What is the city? I like to use the precinct identifier to make sure I know which precincts I'm working on. They've covered them all. And the street name that it starts on helps the, when they see that, this is all they see, by the way, so it helps them understand what they're seeing. Again, I'm selecting the, who's the lead, the precinct captain. And I'm typing there for some initials there. If you don't know who the precinct's using for the rest of her team, there's my precinct captain right there. And now I'm going to go back on there and backspace it away so it repopulates. I don't know who her team is, so I'm going down and just randomly picking everyone in her county. So they can also see this on their phone, hitting continue. And now I'm going down to making sure here that I have indeed have the whole area. I'm done. So down below here, it's kind of hard to see. Here it is. Submit workbook. It's being submitted, and there they are. They are now officially in the system. These are 3 workbooks you just saw me made. I want to talk real quick about what I found on being on the field. This is a survey, because if you're going with the hard Democrats and the soft Democrats, you don't have to wear your Trump gear. You can just show up there and say, hi, I'm with whatever county you're on. San Joaquin County, we're in this area here, we're doing a political survey. We're wondering, who are you voting for president? Clinton, Trump, or undecided? And that's it. That's all you need to ask them. If they say undecided, then your script starts because you're using your phone and you click the undecided and it gives you the script to say, to try to convince that voter to turn them. And then you leave the handbill as well with that undecided voter. If it's a hard Democrat, you say, well, thank you very much. If you're working with another candidate, you can always say, well, I'm here to also give you some information about so-and-so their candidate. You can pass out some other literature, especially if it's a nonpartisan candidate, okay? But if they say it's Trump, you can say, well, thank you very much. It's up to you if you want to offer them, would like to have a yard sign or, give them a bumper sticker or some other kind of collateral if you like. Okay, and that's what I found is best, is to just come in there doing a survey. And you know what, that's why it's worth talking to people, because what you are doing is an actual survey. You are doing a polling. You're finding out in this area how popular your candidate is, and it's a pretty accurate polling if you come across as nonpartisan. Okay, but that's my advice, and good luck, and we need armies of people hitting this state.